Hello there, Pokemon Masters! Welcome to the wonderful world of Pokemon. My name is Bird Keeper Toby.
Bird Keeper Toby, where do I even begin really? He was one of the OG content creators that I began watching when I first started my own content journey. I began in 2016 like a lot of people, and that's really when I started watching him. And the minute I got sucked into his content, of course, with videos like the My Pokemon Gym, My Pokemon League, the Evil Team, of course the original Crystal Onyx video, everything he was creating was next level. It was unlike any other YouTube video that I had seen before. It was just something truly special, and it really stood out among the crowd. Even to this day, if you were to look at his page and look at all of his thumbnails, his content, the work he's put out over the last near decade, it still stands out on its own. I mentioned this in my update video at the beginning of January, but I can honestly say that there to this day is no other singular YouTuber that has inspired me more than Bird Keeper Toby. Everything he's done, the level of work, his work ethic, the way he just kind of works around the clock for YouTube when he was creating content. His dedication to making videos and content and to continue improving and making it the best he can is admirable. Every time I would watch a video, especially when the Evolution series came out back in 2018, all I could think was how cinematic, how high quality, how high production value it was. And in my inner monologue saying that I want to get to this level. It's taken quite some time to get to the level of content I do make now, but I have to thank Toby for instilling that fire and the drive for me to do better, because he was always putting out such great content. I can speak for myself and for a lot of people that Toby truly is an inspiration. He embodies kind of what that Pokemon fan is. He embodies the joy and the interest and the love of Pokemon that you get when you play the games or you're watching the show or playing the card game. He truly has got to be the biggest Pokemon fan I've ever seen, and his channel embodies that. No matter who I was subscribed to when Toby was putting out content, if he put out a video, he would be the first video that I would watch. He always had just such interesting ideas, things I would never have thought of before, and he was putting it in the forefront of his channel, all the work, the quality, and it really shows. And I'm so grateful for the amount of work he's put out, the inspiration he's instilled to me, the fact that we've been able to talk before, and really the first time I got advice from Toby, or at least some feedback, was when I put out My Pokemon Gym Fire. Of course, My Pokemon Gym and My Pokemon Trials series on this channel both started because of Toby. Even my Evil Team series was because of Toby. I remember when I put out the Pokemon Fire Gym, I instantly tweeted it to Toby and tagged him in it and wanted to get his thoughts on it. And I remember him telling me it was a good job. I remember him saying to keep up the good work, strive to get better and all that. And I've done nothing but try to get better since watching his videos and watching other people as well. But Toby just has a drive, a fire that shines in his videos, and it's very evident, very prominent in all the videos he puts out. Every single one continues to get better, everyone is engaging, and I love all of them, and I think everyone else can also say the same.
Hi, I'm Umbreon Libris. I started watching Toby's videos in 2015 or 16, I'm not sure, but it was pretty early on. And Toby, I think you know this, but watching your videos made me want to make my own. It was your energy, your evident passion for the Pokemon franchise, and your Pokemon theories. Especially the ones where I thought you were so wrong that I just had to join on the conversation. My best choice as a content creator was supporting Toby on Patreon. I got to share with him what I was doing and get his feedback and advice. And then just a couple of months later, Toby invited me to make a video to run on his channel, giving it a much bigger audience than I could get on my own. Toby's commitment to collaboration throughout his entire career is admirable. He's always been willing to signal boost other creators he likes, to collaborate with interesting people regardless of their audience size. His attitude that the Pokemon community should be a collaborative space, not a competitive one, he's so giving. I even got to attend the Pokemon World Championships last year because of Toby, because he gave me this spectator pass. Over the years since then, Toby has grown to be not just a role model, which he still is, but also a friend who I hope will be in my life for a long time.
When I first saw your biology Pokedex video, I knew I wanted to do YouTube. So you inspired me to do YouTube. And that's pretty cool and all. But you want to know what you inspired even more? Confidence and just being social. Like, honestly, like, you're a really great guy. And not just because of the YouTube thing, but because you're just great in general. Like, you're one of the few people I've ever met who has like a genuine feeling to them. Like, when I first met you IRL when you went to Amsterdam, that was so freaking cool. And I saw you and you were so sociable and likable, and you were just an inspiration for me. Like, yeah, YouTube, cool and all, but as a person, goddamn, you're really epic. You know, you're really epic gamer, Pog. I just knew I wanted to be like you. So nowadays, I'm really trying to be more social. I'm trying to get everyone together, like, you know, how you do that as well. Honestly, I have no idea where you'll be going after this. I do want to know. I will bother you about that. But like, gosh, this is so weird now that you're gonna go, right? But like, soar high, Toby. You're gonna soar even higher than you have before. You're gonna go to the heavens. That's where you're gonna go. So soar high, Toby.
Greetings trainers, Kuroblitz here, and now it's my turn to speak about Bird Keeper Toby. I have been a fan of his work ever since day one, since the inception of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and all of the multiverse discussion theories that he's been harping since the very beginning, and I have to, applaud him for that. It is very difficult and very taxing to always make theories in terms of the multiverse and always trying to connect the dots, which I understand why he's retiring after all of this near decade. It's extremely exhausting, it's extremely taxing trying to always make Pokemon theories and trying to connect the dots, connect all of the canons with the manga, with the anime, with the cards, with the games, all of that. But he has been a great inspiration. I saw his video on day one with the Crystal Onyx and the Crystal Steelix stuff. I adored that. It was very cool. But the video that really put him on the map for me was the Bill is Evil video with Team Rocket, the box system of the PC, the Mewtwo in the lighthouse in the anime. That was superb stuff. He's been on the peak content of PokeTubing, and all the collaborations that he did were all stellar. Lockstin's Ultimate Theory, Mr. Buddy's Sun and Moon Gem, that was amazing. And the podcast that he had with Pindy Windle and the others, that was awesome. Toby, thank you so much for being a big part of my life in terms of, starting adulthood and seeing all of your videos. You were one of the big inspirations for myself to start my own Pokemon channel. And I really hope that I can not fill the power vacuum in terms of my own theories, but bring something to the table that none others did. You are amazing.
Bird Keeper Toby absolutely is a unifying force in the Pokemon community. Between every single event that he's hosted and tweeted about, whether it's in the UK or tweeting that he's going to the United States and he's going to meet up with some people, he is always trying to get people together. He's always working to create with others and collaborate with others. The Once to Battle tag is a perfect example, something he's done annually since the beginning of his channel and something I've participated in since I think at least 2017. His channel is just such an open space for creativity, productivity, to bounce ideas off one another. His Discord is all about that. His Twitter page is all about that. He's looking to inspire creativity and ideas in other people every chance he gets. And I think that's what makes Toby Bird Keeper Toby. His collaborative efforts are incredible.
Hey, so I'm the Lumios Post. I've worked with Bird Keeper Toby a couple times. I've worked with him on one video on my channel, and I've been on, I think, like 3 on his channel. And then he's also been on my podcast several times that I have with 2 other YouTubers, Dusty Gogo and Soul Silver Art. He's been on there more times than I can count. I mean, we literally even have a joke about how he's like the 4th member of that podcast. And Bird Keeper Toby's been a huge inspiration, even outside of the videos that I've like directly worked with him on. I've gone to him several times for advice, be it on thumbnails, on videos, on ideas like in the theory realm, like, hey, does this theory sound good to you? You know, his feedback's always been very important to me, and also just his attitude, I guess, has been very important to me. He is one of the most down-to-earth people I've ever met. You know, I remember the first time I met him, to go back, when I was like 15, I started watching Bird Keeper Toby videos. For context, I'm 23 now. So that was a long time ago. And I was a huge, instant fan. The first video I watched of Bird Keeper Toby was his first video on the Crystal Onyx. And instantly hooked. Loved his videos. His Pokemon epics especially were like nothing else I'd ever seen, especially at that era on YouTube, right? Like, we're talking 8 years ago. The only Pokemon content that I was really exposed to was like people playing Pokemon, right? Like people, you know, doing Nuzlocks or Wi-Fi battles, draft leagues, that kind of thing. But here was some guy talking about theories and lore, and then with the Pokemon epics, like kind of bringing them to life. And that was like just wild to me, and it was the number one reason I decided to get into YouTube. He always inspired me, and it was always in the back of my head, I'd love to do something like this. And then, you know, only like 6 years later did I actually get the courage to. But yeah, he's been a huge inspiration to me, both in starting YouTube, and then when I met him, I was so nervous to meet him. We were recording an episode for my podcast, and I was really nervous I was going to come off like a dork, right? Because like I was meeting someone that I've watched for 7 years, and he at the time, and he, you know, was honestly like a celebrity to me. So I was so nervous that like I'd come off as a total dork, but he was just so nice. And to say that I've worked with Bird Keeper Toby is cool enough, but to actually be able to call him a friend is even better than, you know, anything else. I know that whatever Toby has his mind on, whether that's a return to YouTube someday, or, you know, if he's going into another field entirely, he's going to kill it, because he is truly, it's not disputable, he has reshaped, he has like been the pioneer of modern Pokemon theories on YouTube. Like, he is the bar, he is the standard, he is what set the course for that realm. Seriously, he is. Toby, you know, if you're watching, thank you so much for not only being an inspiration to me as a creator, but also just being a good friend.
Toby is just so well known for what he's given to the community and for his collaborative efforts with others that there's no doubt that probably your favorite PokeTuber or your favorite Pokemon content creator is probably a fan of Toby, a friend of Toby, or at least knows about his content. His content is so next level, and a lot of people just talk about how giving Toby is, how much work he puts into his content. But one thing I really want to take the time to highlight is his infectious energy. The person that you watch on camera, and I'm lucky enough that I've been able to chat with Toby on occasion. I've been able to sit down and just bounce ideas off him. And I have to tell you firsthand, the person that you see on screen, talking, rambling, yapping about Pokemon for who knows how long, he is the same person when you talk to him. He's so chill, he's so genuine, he's such an incredibly nice guy. And I think that's part of the magic that makes you fall in love with his videos. That energy, you can feel it coming through the camera. He's talking to you about Pokemon. He's not just reciting a theory. It's not like a simple video essay. He invites you into the comments. He invites you to subscribe for more. He wants your opinion, and he's talking to you. He wants to know what your opinions are on the matter. Toby just has this friendly and infectious energy that really resonates on camera, and I think that's part of the reason his videos are just so great.
I have had the joy and pleasure of knowing Bird Keeper Toby for quite some time now, much longer than I've been anime. I think I met him when I was at a convention, and I remember it because it was him, Ace Trinilium, and I believe Cerebi, and there was the 3 Hoenn legendary Pokemon cosplayed in Gajinka, and they all had to pick one, and that is when I met Toby, because he picked a Rayquaza, and I happened to be cosplaying as the Rayquaza, and ever since then he has been nothing but an absolute treasure and delight and friend, and it's one of the most passionate and nicest people out there that I've ever had the joy of meeting in the content creating space. Honestly, I remember being on call with Toby when my YouTube channel was about to hit its first 1,000 subscribers, and Toby being like, no, you're gonna do it, and he was incredibly, insanely supportive, and it was nuts. And he was like, no, we're not ending this call until you've hit it. I believe in you, Doom. We're hanging out here. And we were just on call to hang out and play Yu-Gi-Oh! He has been nothing but a good friend to me at my highest points in life and at my lowest points. He's always been a treat, and he was an absolute treat to the Pokemon community. I've met a lot of cool people through him, and honestly, there's just a million nice things I could say about Toby. We've had a lot of fun together at conventions. We've had a lot of fun dueling each other. We've done some charity stream stuff together. He's just always been down to be there to help and support other creators, whilst also taking care of his own community and just giving nothing but like absolute love and support. And it really is insane for him to no longer be on his YouTube, but I am hoping he is having an amazing time exploring whatever. That guy is just a bundle of energy and good vibes that I have no doubt is going to do well no matter where he is. So I'm truly grateful that he did his Bird Keeper Toby stuff, because it was amazing content, and also because I got to meet one of the people that I get to call a friend in this world, and it means a lot to me. And it means a lot to me that he's always been supportive of his friends, because he just loves to see his friends succeed. He is generally one of the nicest guys out there. There really isn't a better way to describe him. Just one of the nicest, most genuine creators out there who is just full of passion and love, and we appreciate him greatly and everything he did for the Pokemon community and for his fans, his friends, other creators that he would just meet. He's just good vibes, dude. Just good vibes. I'm bad at doing these kinds of things.
My most fond Toby memory really is when he and Phoebe stayed at my house for like 2 weeks, and we toured around New York City making memories and recording skits. It was one of the best experiences of my life, because obviously when I got to stay at his house in England, I got to tour and see some of the most breathtaking locations I've ever been to, but something about getting to share my hometown with my friends felt magical. I felt so comfortable with them, and we got to do so many things that I usually just do alone. I'm really looking forward to possibly more and more grand holidays with Toby and Phoebe. I'm very lucky to get to talk to him and hang out with him despite his absence from the community.
Bird Keeper Toby. You can't really talk about Pokemon YouTubing, PokeTubing, or just being a Pokemon fan online in general without him. I myself grew up watching the guy's content, and I don't mean like I was in high school when I saw him and that like I'm 28 now. No, I mean I was like 8 when I first watched my first Bird Keeper Toby video, and it was pretty cool because like I'd never seen anybody do this type of editing. He did the green screen thing. I didn't understand what green screen was at the time, so I thought that he literally like flipping animated that himself. I didn't understand editing as an 8-year-old. But that being said, Bird Keeper Toby inspired, and he's basically the de facto PokeTuber. When I think of like the highest standard of like making Pokemon YouTube videos online, he's what I think about. He's kind of the default. When I watched Pokemon Tempest, I was like, wow, if I could only do something like this, that's the level I gotta be at. And that could be seen as unhealthy, trying to match someone's level all the time, but it more came out of a place of like looking up to the guy, as I always wanted to like be like him in that kind of sense. Like I always wanted to do the wants to battle tag, the like wants to flip and make an evil team. Like I loved seeing those challenges all the time, and like I loved the fact videos. That's how I first fell in love with the challenge. In fact, the first video I saw when I was like 8, I believe. These videos shaped what made me a Pokemon fan. The Pokemon theories speak for themselves, as when I first saw the evolution chart idea, I was like, my mind was just like in my head, it just kind of blew up. Like it didn't like, it made sense to me after I saw like Squirtle and Lapras. I just saw the thumbnail and I was like, wow, that makes sense. As like, I think that video came out when I was like 9 or 8. I don't remember, but like Bird Keeper Toby, he's the undeniable GOAT, an OG. Like PokeTubing won't be the same without him, and hey, if he ever decides to come back, we'll be here and we'll be waiting, as I know that when he comes back, nothing but fire content will follow.
Bird Keeper Toby, when I first watched him, God, I was probably in middle school. Actually, I know I was in middle school because the first video of his I remember watching was the one on Amor shipping. It's such a bittersweet feeling, seeing this person that you grew up with in a sense, moving on. I'm happy for you, Toby. You have so much talent and passion that I know whatever you do, you're going to be great at. And honestly, I think it's Toby's videos helped me get into the Pokemon content scene quite a lot when I was first starting out. Not only was the Amor shipping one of the first Pokemon anime-centric videos I saw, though he did call it armor shipping throughout, which was, honestly gave it a bit of charm. Toby always just felt like such a down-to-earth person, and I always loved checking out a new video. And even up until like some of his final videos, I was watching them all and absolutely loving every moment of them. And I'm really hoping the best for him. It's gonna be weird not having Toby around, but you know, that's life. And at the end of the day, I'm just happy that he feels that he's ready to move on.
Before we continue, I do want to say that I don't think there are enough words to say how much Toby and his channel and his impact on the community have touched the lives of other people. Me, the people who have spoken thus far, the people who will speak after. Toby has touched the lives of so many people, whether it's inspiring them to work harder, inspiring them to be more creative, helping them get more creative ideas, giving them advice on their content and channel, helping them with their channel, or just appearing on their videos, on their podcasts. Toby gives a lot to the community, putting his best foot forward for himself, for other creators, for everyone he works with. And I think no matter what I say, it might be a little bit of an understatement. But let's hear some words from our next speaker.
What's going on, everyone? It's Dusty Go Goat. I've been watching Toby, Bird Keeper Toby, for so long, and I've had the pleasure of becoming friends with him over this last year, his last year on YouTube. I really gotta hand it to Toby. His content stood out among the rest. He was so thoughtful, not only with the content and the theories that he was putting forward on YouTube, not only with the content, but the presentation of the content, I think, itself, right? Everyone who knows Toby says how genuine of a person he is, and I gotta credit Toby for being one of the brightest inspirations for me to start creating my own YouTube videos. I wanted to make videos probably since I started watching Toby in his content. I remember leaving comments like, you know, great job, man, just found your channel, good job. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking, darn, I want to make videos like this. Let me tell you a story. I was able to meet Toby. We worked together on my podcast, and we actually had the opportunity when he was in New York City to meet up. We actually roomed together, right? We bunked together in New York City. And the whole time, I'm like as nervous as can be, right? I'm meeting a YouTube hero of mine, a Pokemon YouTube hero of mine. And the whole time I'm thinking, this is going to be a disaster for one reason or another. You know, he's going to hate me. I'm going to be too annoying, or something won't click. Turns out, literally the second I met the guy, he was the exact same genuine human being with a passion for Pokemon as I had been watching for 7 years or whatever it was on YouTube, right? I dropped my bags off. I got to the Airbnb. I dropped my bags off. I got a glass of water, and then him and I and Phoebe was there as well, a cup of Phoebe. We went for a walk, and Toby, literally, him and I just went into sync. We just synchronized and started just yapping about Pokemon for about 2 hours as we explored the city. Literally, Toby is like, if I want to get personal, Toby's like a long lost friend. Toby's like a person. He is the same type of people that I enjoyed Pokemon with in high school, right? Growing up. He's the same exact person. The same person that you have seen behind his YouTube channel, right? He's the exact same person in real life. And I credit him with so much of my own success. I think Toby has always emphasized production quality and presentation, and that's something that has definitely resonated with me and something that I've tried to carry out as I go throughout my content journey. Toby, you will be missed. I'll try not to DM you too much, but we miss you on screen, and can I say I'll miss you off screen? But yeah, Toby, I wish you the best, man. It's been great. Yeah.
Bird Keeper Toby, a name that will always be remembered as one of the greatest in the Pokemon community for his great work, his great content, his energy, his collaborative efforts, the way he's helping others. I'm so glad everyone here today has been able to reminisce with me about their favorite memories with Toby, their greatest experiences. I thank them all for being here today to remember the great work that Toby has done on his channel in the last near decade. But we have one more speaker that I thought would be absolutely perfectly fitting to get the final word in our dedicated video today. And that is none other than Toby's lovely girlfriend, Phoebe.
I've known Toby for 6 years now. Our anniversary of meeting each other was yesterday, so 6 years. And those 6 years have been, without question, the best years of my life. He is really, truly the absolutely wonderful person that comes across on camera in real life. He is the most wonderful person on this planet, and that's not just me being biased. He is one of the kindest, most thoughtful people on this planet. I know that he inspires so many of you guys and me as well, like every day, just by doing his thing. Hello, Kevin. Obviously, he we recently got a kitten, which has been a very, very important part of our lives. I mean, what do I say about Toby that other people already haven't? Like, as I said, he is thoughtful, he's kind, he is so work focused, like he's an absolute workhorse, and he really needs this break. Like, it doesn't come across on camera just how much of a full-time job YouTube is, and the fact that he makes it look so easy, like he's an absolute professional. I mean, he's been on break for like a couple weeks now and he's having the time of his life. He's finished a bunch of Zelda games. All of the messages of appreciation have been seen, the videos have been seen. Every single one of them has touched both of our hearts in the most wonderful way. And we are beyond thankful for all of the appreciation. So from both of us, thank you so much for being such an important part of the YouTube community, the Pokemon YouTube community. And we wish you a very happy retirement. If you come back, that would be wonderful. But obviously, I mean, you're my competition now, so you can't be too good. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much to Blaze for reaching out to me and asking for my input on this.
The amount of work put forward by Bird Keeper Toby in the last near decade is astonishing. It's phenomenal. There are so many videos, 400 plus, currently on his channel, and each one is an absolute banger. He has put so much time, energy, sweat and tears into this, and the journey that he has been on is amazing. And he's on a brand new one right now, wherever it takes him, whether it's a new career entirely, if he returns to YouTube, whether he comes back to content creation or not. The work he's put forth, the memories he's made with all of us, they will not be forgotten. He has created an amazing legacy for Bird Keeper Toby, and his journey has been absolutely incredible to watch over the last near 10 years, going from a humble bird keeper to now a fully fledged Pokemon master. Toby's impact and influence will always be remembered. So Toby, from all of us,
Thanks, Toby.
You're gonna do it. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much, Pokemon Master. Make sure to soar high to new horizons.
Love you, man, and I know you're killing it out there doing whatever you're doing now.
Big love to Toby and appreciation for everything that he's done.
I wish Toby luck with all of his future endeavors.
Just thank you for everything, from the whole community.
Thank you, Toby, and thank you so much to the community. We love you all very much. Bye. Cool. Yay!
thank you, Toby, the bird keeper turned Pokemon master. Best wishes in the future, and until next time, train hard and soar high, Pokemon master. Take care, my friend.
Thank you, everyone. And of course, as always, soar high, Pokemon Masters. Woo!